Hello out there in the interconnected device on the interweb. This is Bruno, Romeo, and Guide Simonet. Guide for the regular world, Bruno, Simonet, and the business world. Um, Welcome to another impromptu live on Instagram, and I'll post it on several of my social media. As well as LinkedIn, so that you can have the information about this short video. Probably not short, because you know me, I tend to go long. Hopefully it will be entertaining and informational, and this is sponsored by nobody but THAOFI, or Two Heaven Has One Film, or Simonet Consulting LLC. The company that I created several years ago, and that is specialized in technology, content distribution, as well as anything that has to do with content and business over the web, as well as any type of business and economic development. At Simonet Consulting, we do specialize in improving and helping companies like yourself and entrepreneur to improve their business operation, increase their reach through modern technology like AI, Web3, as well as everything else like cloud computing, you name it, the internet, anything that's technology that you use in your hand, in your laptop, on your TV, anything that's related to business and how business work, how the world trade around the world, logistic, you name it. We've had some kind of experience with it throughout my life and the people I've worked with, and I hope that I can be of help in that fashion to help you. Today I'm going to talk about OnlyFans and online content distribution platform. Some people call it social media, some people call it entertainment platform or streaming platform. There's, a variety of different flavor. I myself, as a professional in technology, business, and economic development, as well as the entertainment and artistic world, I have looked at multiple platforms that are in use today. Obviously, as well, related to content and social platform is big data, which is the big search engine, as well as the big e-commerce engine, and behind it all the companies that operate on the internet and provide the technology infrastructure to all of our activities, being trade, economy, social, you name it. Everything today is done one way or another through the web. I will not go through my resume, my history. You can check that out on my LinkedIn profile, linkedin.com/in/Bruno Simonet, BRUNO SIMONET. Maybe I'll type it on the video. Basically, this is very controversial because OnlyFans is a controversial platform in the social media and streaming industry, because obviously everybody knows about OnlyFans because it was created and born in the industry that relates to adult entertainment. However, I made comments before that because of that, OnlyFans has developed certain qualities that are important for professional and the requirements of today's business. Why am I saying that? Well, after the last 3+ years where I started studying social content platform and streaming platform like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, and you name it, all the other applications that are available for connecting people with each other, providing streaming through Netflix, Prime, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube, Apple TV, Google TV. Basically, we are living in a world today where content is very important. It provides us not only with entertainment, we use those platforms not just to watch movies, TV shows, news, sport. We also use those platforms to play now video games and interact socially by listening and watching music, live show performances, as well as pre-recorded concert. I mean, it is completely part of our life. We communicate on devices that are in our hands, that are phones, tablets, laptop, you name it, through your TV. Everything is connected. That's why I say interconnected devices. The internet is a creation of a network of computers and machines. So we are experimenting or experiencing life through machines that connect us to each other. So we are, and I've learned with TikTok about the algorithm, which before existed already with Google and Yahoo and all the different companies that were working on the internet. They all were using code and all kind of algorithm in order to analyze the data that they were collecting on the web. So a content platform delivers a content. On the back end, all things that you do online are being analyzed by those algorithms, which are programs that are coded. Those code are basically looking at all your activities and looking at the products that you look at online. They look at the things that you say. They listen to your conversation on the phone. They read your text, and all of that provide them with information to target advertising and sell product to us. That's one aspect of the world we live in today. The other aspect has to do with social interaction, has to do with propagation of ideas. Some are exchanged freely and are part of a dialogue that we call social media content and social interaction that we do online. And some of it is controlled and influenced by special interest groups, political parties, as well as big corporations trying to sell their product to their customers. So why is a content platform so important? Because it has all of those aspects related to it. The more people see a video, and the more people that see in the video either an idea or a product that is presented, may be attracted to purchase that product, or they may be enticed to purchase that product. There is also services that will be advertised. There's also, and a lot of that are scam. And we know nowadays that a lot of the target, a lot of the things that are targeted at us are advertisement for scams, things that are not real, or benefits that they say are advertised that are not necessarily there. So, it's not perfect. I mean, we're human, and since the beginning of time, in a marketplace, when someone is trying to sell you a product, you have somebody trying to tell you that the product is better than the product that you have right next door on, the next merchant. So all of that is part of the platform, the content platform that we are using. So, as a business person, my business primarily is consulting, but also I have a startup I'm trying to develop which has an interest in distributing content. So obviously, it is a very competitive market. There's already giants that are out there. But the more I've been studying that market, and the more we talked amongst ourselves on LinkedIn or other social network, and I talk with other artists and other professional business people, we find out that the solutions are not perfect, and they really are not meeting all the needs that we really have. I was on a streaming media conference a few weeks ago, and we were talking about AI, and we were talking about the technology today in terms of streaming platform for content. And obviously the big discussion is, will we see really benefits from AI and content streaming and distribution? And what does AI mean to our industry in terms of content distribution when it comes to TV shows and film, etc.? So, AI, there's a lot of things that AI can do. But AI is not new. AI is basically machine learning. It's machines, okay? Yeah, I hope you understand my accent. Machines that are learning how to behave like humans, and that learning process, now they are at a point where they are able to copy more and more of the human behavior. And because of that, they are able to act and do things like a human. So some of those AI codes are able to do things like an engineer that is developing software. Some of those AI codes are able to help because they have access to a large amount of knowledge. So they are like gigantic encyclopedia. That's an old word. When we used to have book with a lot of knowledge in the book, they were called encyclopedia. That means that they had the knowledge of everything, and they were at the time alphabetically, and you would have a collection a long time ago where for each letter you would have, it's like a gigantic dictionary with a lot of content and information in it. Now with the internet, all that content is being transferred to the web, and then every content, every book, every additional information that we have developed over the years have been added onto the internet. So AI has been trained in part on the internet, and that was knowledge. A lot of it that is old is public knowledge, and some of it is newer, and it's copyrighted knowledge of books that people have written. And if they allow someone to use that knowledge, then it can be used with AI. I'm not going to go in that argument, but there is an argument there, but I'm not going to go. So the point of it is that we can use that knowledge, and we can use it to develop new ideas, new product, new solution that can help us in our society. And I will keep positive, because that's how I am. I believe that we can use technology for good. I just posted a video on LinkedIn that's completely crazy. It's a 5-minute 4K HD short film that basically present the end of the world, with an AI planning the world destruction of the planet and all that good stuff. That's the nightmare scenario. Obviously, it's all fake. It's all for entertainment purpose, and will never happen. I don't believe that mankind would like to do that, and I don't believe that machine, hopefully, will be able to do that. But it's all fictional, and it's all possible. If you want to think about the possibilities, they are infinite. There is no limitation to anything. But at this point, from my experience with AI, I do not think that it is at this level. I do think, though, that because mankind has become a lot less intelligent, and I don't think that a lot of us use a lot of our brain cell, so I do think that AI has caught up with a majority of human beings in terms of knowledge and intelligence. And it's, in my mind, it's okay if you are able to understand, overstand how to manage, how to adapt, how to use those tools and use them for good for us to progress in our society, our civilization. Now, a lot of people are thinking, well, the people that own these AI tools and that have developed them may not have good intent. Anyway, all that supposition, it's up in the air, and it's up to us human beings to decide what we want to do with our life and society. So for me, AI and technology can be used for good, and we have the chance, the opportunity to do that. Most businesses, most companies that I know use technology for good. They use it to help connect people, to be able to do business, to be able to exchange ideas and promote their product. And that's where a content platform comes in. Now, what are the limitations of today's platform? A lot of the platform that we have today, like Facebook and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, we see a lot of content, a lot of images, a lot of things that are fake, or we see a lot of things that have been copied from other artists. Even with those platforms doing the best they can to protect musicians and artists from being copied, there's still a portion of their art that is being used without the authorization of the artist that created the content initially. Also, a lot of the ideas, a lot of the concept, a lot of the intelligence that is inside the content that we consume may have been coming from somebody else, and there is not really a traceable way to make sure that the person that had the initial idea or copyright is being protected. In Europe, there's a lot more efforts to try to protect mankind and people from losing their copyright, or from big corporations to use data that they collect in secret on people. And so there's a lot of moderating, and they try to administer and manage the way that we use technology, so that it still allows us to have our privacy and to keep some rights. Obviously, we know, because of political event and things like terrorism, there's been security issues, and because of security issues, there's a lot of surveillance that is being done, and those elements of surveillance are probably impeding on our liberties. But hey, you know what? That's because of safety and security. So let's assume that it's done within the law, and it's not going overboard, and then that we are protected. So the point, if we go beyond all these arguments, is that there's still a need for a platform or a place where we can exchange ideas and be protected. At this moment in time, because OnlyFans started in the adult industry, they were very, very under a microscope, and they had to protect not only people from the content, so that it would not be accessible by children, but also that the content made was safe and was made legally, etc., etc. So all of those aspects have made OnlyFans one of the best websites. I see more crap on X right now or on some other social network than I see on OnlyFans. I'm not on OnlyFans yet because I do not have an account for my business. And you have to understand that a social platform like YouTube, like Facebook, or LinkedIn, you basically use it to direct people to see your content. That's ultimately the goal. It's to advertise and promote your product, your services. If your product is entertainment, you create content to entertain people, and the more people watch your program, you are being paid by these platforms like YouTube and TikTok and Facebook, based on the number of people that consume your content. So you're being paid through the advertisers, indirectly through the channel that you use, so the platform like YouTube or Google, etc. These people do some form of revenue sharing with the creators. Some of the top creators, the people that generate the most interesting content that people want to see, like Taylor Swift, for example, these people command a huge and incredible amount of financial revenue when they generate content, and that's publicly consumed by people. So these creators have huge financial pool, and so that's why most of the big network will do a sponsorship deal with them, a partnership deal with them, in order to have them on their network. It's the same with sport. It's the same with major TV shows and blockbuster movies. That's why you see HBO and all those different content distribution platform offer high-end product, because they know that they have a star power, that they are going to draw people. Now this is only a percentage, that is the top percent, but it is not the majority of the consumption of content. The majority, I would consider, is being discovered through Facebook, through YouTube, and they are more niche market. They are more narrower market, where people are more specialized in the interests that they have. Some people are more interested in documentary film, reality shows, and so on. There is a huge variety. Obviously, we're human beings, and we have, all of us, way so many different interests about so many different things. That's where the limitation of all the network that you are seeing today, that's where the big problem happens. There's an abundance of content right now. That's what the discussion was on the streaming conference I was a few weeks ago. There's an abundance of content, and there's more and more being created every day. And there is not enough selection, or people to watch what they want to watch, waste hours a day just to be able to select what they want to watch. A lot of time the network or the channel that you tune in, so let's say you're on TikTok or you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube or you are on your favorite TV channel, they will try to learn your behavior, your likes. They ask you questions about what are your interests, and so that's the very basic UI, user interaction tool that they use. And with AI, artificial intelligence, those tools are improving, and the codes that are behind the algorithm, the one that are calculating, okay, I know that Anguille Bruno likes to watch music, likes to watch action film, Japanese movies. You understand that they kind of know basic stuff about what you like, and so they will advertise on their main landing page when you land on their network certain shows that they think that you will be interested in watching. After that, when you go into your own search and you try to use Google or YouTube or TikTok, and you're trying to search for content that you want to watch, you say, hey, I would like to watch the latest update on Paris Saint-Germain or Marseille or Real Madrid or a soccer team, or you want to watch basketball update, or you want to watch baseball, or you want to watch a news update, you want to know how the election campaign are going. So all of those items you can search, and you are bombarded by a lot of results. Some of those are some of the top companies that that you've learned to know, some of the channels that you trust more than others. Those are the big company. And then you have the niche market, which are some of the providers that you have learned to discover through YouTube or your research, and they are a little more closer to maybe your point of view or your curiosity, your interest. And so you see the amount of choices that you have are incredible. They're huge. And so we are still looking for what we call the unicorn and surf the white rhino. We are looking for that gigantic solution that will be the new superpower, and allowing people to find the right content for them, the one that will not have them waste hours to search for that content, because that will automatically be delivered to them, or sometime even it could be a surprise, but so we're looking for almost something that's going to read our mind. Right now I'm telling you that the algorithm are so powerful that they actually are influencing 99% of all your actions. Yeah, it's scary. If you are on your TikTok, your Facebook, you are not, you think you're thinking for yourself, but a lot of time they are actually manipulating you into thinking certain things, and it's very, very scary. But that's because we have come to a place where that's how they have discovered that they were able to sell products to people, and they're using it in a negative way. So, sorry to say, but OnlyFans doesn't have that. OnlyFans is basically you subscribe only to the content you want. Obviously, it's known for the negativity, but me being French and all that, I don't really care. What I see is the quality that at least my customers, my subscribers will be able to target, their desire. If they want to see the content that I provide, or content from another creator that does business consulting, that does talk about psychology or talk about business development, etc., etc., all those items can be delivered, and it can be very, very targeted. So where is the good in that? You can ask me, Bruno, why do you think that this is a good thing? Well, it's a good thing because you develop a quality relationship between you, a creator, and your fan base or your subscriber or your customers. So in terms of business, how am I going to use OnlyFans? I will have a different area because obviously my company has multiple aspects. So I will offer consulting. I can have with OnlyFans a very custom, web conference that will be a paid service, where anywhere else I don't really have that opportunity. I would also be able to offer, just like YouTube, sponsorship for that content to companies that are specifically interested in the people that I am talking to. So if I'm talking to CEOs and future CEOs of a future huge company, and they're looking at solutions for their company in terms of building their infrastructure, their technology infrastructure, or their manufacturing infrastructure, or their content for distributing music or entertainment or documentaries, you name it. All these are what I call channels. And each channel can be directed to a very specific target. For example, I would say that I like to watch martial art, right? That's one big segment. Then within martial art, there's certain martial arts that I like, and it's not that easy to find content about those type of martial art. If you want to talk about spirituality, you got Gaia, which is a great channel that offers a lot of different choices about ancient knowledge, etc., etc. But let's say you wanted to go, with something that is historical, or archaeology, or anthropology. Well, there's another channel. I mean, you go to National Geographic and you may have a documentary on the country, and that will cover some of that, but it's not going to be that specific. So, and if you do a Google search, it's going to be a nightmare. If you do a YouTube search, same problem, nightmare. So, what I can tell you is there's companies that are working right now on doing things better. I'm not going to tell you all the secrets, but I know there's companies that have developed visual ways of finding content. 30 years ago, my stepfather worked in a university and started a research PhD on ocular with your eye and identifying on an image the things that you see and where your attention goes and how you. So all these type of psychological, scientific, and analytical type of knowledge have been in research and have been studied in order to help us identify content within a visual media. So all of that is available. Now you have to combine all of these things together, and you have to be able to put a team together that will understand not only the creation part of the content, but the other side, which is the consumption of that content. Once you're able to do those things, you have to find a way to monetize that content and understand the return on investment, the value proposition that you have for a sponsor or an advertisers. But I know, obviously, from being in business a long time, and I know also that all the big corporations like Google and that they are looking for these answers. Even NASA, every big corporation or big entity, scientific entity, is been looking to solve that problem, because if we're able to understand better how to identify that content or that image or that knowledge and be able to deliver it in a fashion that is instantaneous without wasting time, at the same time that we can target at the same time an advertiser or a product that matches that content, that is what we call the unicorn. And that's what we're trying to do with my little project and the partners that I'll be working with. Every day it's an exciting day, because every day I learn and find a new opportunity. I meet a new engineer, a new creator that has a little piece of the puzzle. And as I put all of these together, and no, it's not on my phone, no, it's not on the web, no, I'm telling that, you're laughing, because I'm telling that to the people that have been trying to hack all my devices for the last multiple years, trying to access that information. Well, good luck, because I have over 20,000 documents, and my notes are on paper, pen and paper, right here in front of me. So good luck to find it on my devices. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that it's a beautiful time that we live in, because we can do a lot of things, really. I mean, Elon Musk is trying to put, a chip in someone's brain to allow them to see. That's, fantastic if you can do that. I'm a little bit scared of putting chips in my brain, but that's just me. Now, if you can do it and it's safe, well, that will be fantastic, and I will applaud him for it, and I think it's amazing. Now, what I'm afraid of is when the machine takes over my brain and I don't think for myself anymore. But that's, I read too many science fiction books. What do you want? I'm just a little crazy, right? And oh, you wonder why I'm crazy, because I'm wearing this. Well, I'm in prayer, yeah. So it's nighttime, and where I am, and when I do these talk, I usually cover myself so that it's a form of respect for my belief. Yeah, and my belief is the sea turtle. Yeah, the creator of the universe. Anyway, so it's a Rasta thing, I'm not going to go and ask and tell you. I said it a few days ago, but that's why. And but yeah, I'm not going to walk around at a conference with a covering. But when I do a presentation or a show, unless it's a one-on-one, I may have a covering if it's a public presentation, because I want to respect the one that is my creator and that protects me. That's it. That's why I do it. So let's go back to what I was talking about, OnlyFans. Just a few details. OnlyFans generated in 2023 over $3 billion in revenue. Most of their revenue came from adult entertainment, but they are growing really fast and non-adult entertainment, which is at this point about 10% of their business, so about $300 to $400 million. It's not bad. People that are working in that industry with them are people that specialize in fitness, health, that also specialize in music, artistry. Business consulting is a big percentage of their actually non-adult business. So this is a growing side of OnlyFans. I think that they are probably going to branch off. I don't know. Maybe they'll talk to me and say, hey, you've been promoting us, so maybe you want to help us develop that stuff. I won't say no. I say, well, let's talk about it. But basically, this is growing really fast for them. Um, they have, just to give you an idea, they have somewhere over 350 million users worldwide in 2023. And they're growing by almost a million users a day. A day. That's a lot. So, and they're, they have a, they're not well known, they're not known like TikTok, but the only companies that are competing right now with them in terms of growth is TikTok. And TikTok is only offering short content, and it's not really targeted professional. It's not targeting people that really have a huge impact. I mean, it's individual, yes, individual, that impact general business, B2C type business, but not B2B, not business to business, not solutions that are impacting the world in a big scale. Those social networks are still in a very emerging level right now. LinkedIn is just offering a few little things. They're offering web conference and training, but it is not at the level where it should be. I mean, most of the big business leader, Elon Musk, just bought his own social platform. Some of the other leaders that are, leading in terms of talking, like Valuetainment, for example, is one of the companies that I like to follow. They have their own YouTube channel, and that's how they became, big. It's a billion-dollar company, but they don't have their own channel yet. You don't find a Valuetainment channel yet on your cable, on streaming worldwide. So, you still have, we still have ways to go, and YouTube only, just to explain the difference between OnlyFans and YouTube or another platform. YouTube is not made to custom your offering to your audience. I mean, you can have certain things, like your subscriber can have a badge, they can comment during a live and have a higher level of response and visibility in the comment. On TikTok, it's ridiculous. I mean, even if you're a subscriber, rarely do you have a chance to talk with the host or respond live. So the level of interaction are at a very basic level, and the income from that is not that great. So those big known people like Valuetainment is fairly well known, and there's other shows out there that are better known. Most of their revenue come from advertising, and so they are not really maximizing. They do a lot of talk shows, they do a lot of conferences, and that's how these type of personalities make money, by offering training and one-on-one on the talk show circuit. But I would not, and I do not necessarily want to do that. I mean, I would on occasion, but I believe that we can do through OnlyFans, and that's why OnlyFans is attractive. A lot of people customize the content for their customer, for their fan. I mean, like basically, I can do a 1 hour one-on-one consulting, just like a web conference, but through OnlyFans, I can offer that content, and if the person that I'm offering this content is okay with it, that content can be shared with somebody else within that industry, or it could be shared with customer of that person, So there is a lot more flexibility where the content that I create at that moment with my customer can be used by my customer for their customers to explain, what we talk about. If at some moment during our relationship we develop certain products, certain ideas, and I help them articulate those during like an interview. That content, that interview can be used by my customer to put it on their channel, on their website, and why not at some point in time uh, use a channel like THAOFI and create a custom channel for corporation. That was initially, and it still is, the idea behind THAOFI. It is very niche custom channels that allows not just creators but partnership and the building of communities. Because right now the communities are not really interactive. I've tried a few communities and it is a one-way signal. It is not a community. If you're not able to communicate with the host, it's not a community. Even if you're donating, even if you're giving. So people are out there talking about being loyal to someone on TikTok or on some streaming channel, but they are really not honoring the person on the other side by something else. I mean, why not? Everybody can white label something. So, but it doesn't bother me. Okay, OnlyFans allows me to have a low entry cost into the platform. I mean, I could have chosen TikTok, but TikTok is a pain in the neck. I'm on Yide, right? They don't even want to recognize my copyright for my music. That's how TikTok is idiotic right now. And yeah, crazy, right? My own music, and Buju Banton has the same problem. I posted a video of him that was hilarious. But he has the same problem. He say, look, I paid for this music. I cannot even play it on my own TikTok account or on my own X or Facebook account. I have to go through Ooplas because somebody else is controlling the copyright to his music and they don't want to recognize him as the author, which is ridiculous because he is. It was the same as me arguing with my AI about my music. And I can tell you that AI is pretty dumb because they only knew, and I know everything that's on the web about my music, so I know it's available on the web, right? So if AI was trained on the web, well, I guess they were not really well trained, I could tell you that, because they only got about 20% right. And they got most of it wrong. And Buju Banton has the same, and Buju is a superstar compared to me, and I know there's other superstars that have the same problem. I know other artists that have sold, thousands and thousands, hundreds and thousands of CDs and music, and they have the same problem. So there's a problem with our platform when they're not able to match the artists that are creating the music with the music so that they can use it so their fan can listen to it when they're doing content on TikTok or Facebook or X or whatever. So anyway, I'm just letting you know it's not perfect, but we can make it perfect. We have all the technology right now. We have all of it. And so I'm hoping that by November, when I go to the Web Summit in Lisbon, that I'll be able to present it. I also know that the EU is offering startup a lot of financial help, so I already know that plus the other ways of financing that I've been working on, that we should be able to get started. I already know about teams in India and other countries that are ready to go to develop those applications. And I told you before that I only work in person, so that's I'm going to hopefully travel to India after the holidays and start developing the THAOFI platform, and hopefully next year we'll have something for you guys to get started on. But the important thing is to connect not just the audience with the content, but also the creator of products that could be interesting to the audience and the creator, all of that together. When we make movies, we use certain cars and we advertise, or certain product and we advertise them. With AI, we can pop in any car at any time. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That technology was available before AI. 2-3 years ago, I was working with Blackmagic, and Blackmagic could pop in, instead of the One Love logo on my shirt, they could put in a Coca-Cola logo, and like that, live. As you're watching TV, they would switch the advertisement on my shirt, they could switch the billboard in my back, they could switch the picture that's behind me, instead of the Japanese ocean wave, they could put a samurai there, they could, whatever. All of it can be changed and transformed nowadays with the technology we have. It's so exciting for a creator. We can do so many things, and we can do it live. We can do it within a fraction of a second before you even see the scene. If we know that you're watching and that you just We know you just watch an ad for a BMW. Well, we can show you a BMW as the car in the movie. And you imagine how much that means for a filmmaker, the financial interest of that, because not only BMW knows that they're targeting an advertising to someone that just watch an ad about their product, and so the value of that, the conversion, if you're a salesperson, you know that's a hot lead, very hot lead. Well, that's the same for anything, a construction equipment, anything, a tablet, a phone, a computer, a air conditioner, a solar panel, you name it. Anything that we create in this world can be presented in a certain way, in certain fashion, and a story without destroying the storyline. That's what's beautiful about what we can do today. We can still have the creativity that we want, that we always want as creator, as writers, as director. The beauty of AI is that actors can keep acting way past their age. They don't have to work hard like me and work out and lose weight to look like I'm in my 40s and I'm almost 75. I'm messing with you. Anyway, but you got the point, right? Jean-Claude Van Damme can act in, the movie he wants to act. Robert Redford can do that. Harrison Ford was, and the, what was he in? Some movie? I think it was a Star Wars movie, one of them, and then, the Raiders of the Lost Ark. He can do the sequel if he wants, and all he has to do is voice it, and he doesn't even have to voice it. He just has to sign the contract saying, yeah, you can use my voice, and I'll get paid a few $1,000,000, and you can use my name on the credit, and AI will do all the work, and he will get paid and be sipping pina coladas somewhere on an island. That's what we can do. And we can do this, we can help each other, we can, I don't think that it will just take away jobs. I mean, I know it does take away certain jobs. But the people that have had the chance to learn to be coders and an engineer, well, they should have the brain to adapt. And I'm talking, as a sales guy that has a love for technology and has other knowledge of other technology and other things. But as a sales guy, one thing that I was taught from the first day I started in technology working for McAfee, I was told change is get used to change. Basically, it's what I was told. I was told that I needed to get used to change continuously. And for McAfee, that's the truth, because antivirus at the time, they had viruses every day. They had to update their antivirus continuously, and that's the same today with the threats that we have in security. It's continuous. We have new threats every day, new attack, new hacks, and in technology we have so much progress, so much evolution, that we have to stay on our toes, and it's okay, because what it does is it keeps us alive. A body in motion is alive. If a body stopped to be in motion, you're dead. Yeah, I mean, that's proven. If you stop working out, if you just become a vegetable like most American people are, you find out everything goes bad in your body. Your all the different things in your health, your blood pressure, everything goes bad. Now, if you just exercise, you'll feel better and you will actually live longer, and that's a proven fact. Just came back from a beautiful place, Florida, where people actually are outside in nature. And I haven't seen, I am not lying, I did not see one person in Florida that was overweight. I was on an island, okay? Maybe that explains it. But no, nobody was overweight. Everybody was in shape, everybody was happy, everybody was smiling, enjoying nature, doing work for conservation, helping with sea turtle and manatees, and I love the ocean, so I was in paradise out there. It was beautiful every day, and I'm going back. Oh, I'll be there off and on, all over the place, but whatever. The whole point is, if we take care of ourselves by making sure we're happy and we're enjoying our lives and we're out in nature and we're active and we keep on learning and keep our brain active, there's no reason to be afraid of AI, because we can help each other. We can talk about things. We can talk about, okay, so AI is taking away the basic coding, okay? So AI is doing that. But you know what? You still need to use your brain, your empath, your heart. What we have is we have feelings, we have a heart, we have certain things that machines don't have. I mean, they can copycat us, but it's not perfect. And I'm not being critical of the machine. I'm just trying to encourage you to not be afraid of evolution and progress, because that is what will help us hopefully make our life better, and at the same time it keeps you on your toes so that you're able to be active, to have your mind working, to have your brain as it works. Your whole body is also moving, because you want to be able to do things. If your brain is awake, you want to discover things, you want to go visit things, and when you do that, then you have to walk and you have to enjoy nature. So it's all together, and so I'm hoping that working on this project will allow me to keep young and keep other people young. Also, I hope to encourage young people to be able to be involved and have the same love for life that I have, and to be able to help coach the next generation the same way I would coach kids when I was a ice hockey coach, and I taught them ice hockey as well as life. And the beautiful thing about it is these kids came back later on and introduced me to their girlfriend, their fiance, and they remembered old me, and I wasn't that old at the time. But anyway, so what I'm saying is that we are humanity. If we are not giving up on ourselves, we have the ability to use technology for positivity. And in my particular case, I hope that you understand that through OnlyFans, I want to show you that we can build a platform that will help us not just consume content, but also curate it and make sure that that content helps us in every way. It helps us to have a better society, to build communities, to build places where people really have things in common. Because right now, they are not communities. They are just places where people think they have a community, but there is not really that interconnection connectivity between people. Connectivity needs to be real, physical. That means that the tool should allow for people to meet in person or to build a community where they live together, where people are trained and do things together with their hands, even if it's on the computer, where they talk to each other, not just on the phone, and if they do, it's okay. But what I'm saying is we have to have interaction between ourselves. We cannot be separated like the way we have been and the way we are going, because since COVID, we have had this chip on our shoulder that we cannot communicate with each other, or that we do not communicate as much, that we are like not the same. We haven't recovered since COVID. People are still not able to have the freedom that they used to have. I mean, the young people sometimes are doing it. Certain people in certain community are doing it because their culture and set it up that way. But if you look at the worldwide, no, we have lost a lot of that. Going to a community for a vacation for a week or two and thinking that you have experienced life, no, it's not it. When I worked for certain big companies, they would send us places for a vacation to thank us for a good job, right? And we had that special moment, and we had experience with our coworkers, and it was not work, it was actually hanging out together and having a good time and just enjoying life, right? Going fishing and doing things. BEA did that very well, and Oracle not as much, but because bigger companies, so different ballgame. But anyway, companies that are doing that build community with their employee and make things alive, really kudos to you guys. I think the quality of our life, the quality of work is very important. So building the right content platform, distribution, so that we can build those community, that is important. So if you're interested at all, ping me, please, because this is an open project. It's a huge project, the same as my other different projects I have. Creativity, like my documentary series about secret of ancient world, that is a gigantic project. So ping me, because all these projects need corporate sponsors and people that will have that connection with the subject matter, the country, the culture, the area, wherever we do fictional or reality film or anything. I am one individual, but believe me, there is thousands of producers and directors that have ideas and projects that would benefit from these community, from this relationship with corporate identity, corporate sponsors that want to have that quality content, not something. It could become and explode and be like a multi-million viewership, but what I'm saying is that is one portion of the economy, and it's not all of the economy. I think we've been blinded by those gigantic Wall Street companies lying to us, telling us that they are everything in the world. They are not. The world is made of human beings like you and I, and we are the world. Michael Jackson song and all of them, right? We are the world. We are the people that make the world. And we consume. We also create. all the stuff we have, even if it's created by a machine, it originates from a human being that has the idea. And if it is another machine, that machine had an idea to serve a community or another machine or another human being. But either way, a human being is somewhere in the equation somewhere. So without the human being, there's nothing. You know, you can read all the dystopian movies and books that you want. There's no dystopia or no utopia. There's nothing if there's no human being. Because if there's no human being, there's no slavery. I'm sorry to go there, but talking about the worst dystopia in the whole world. If there's no human being, there's no reason for war, because nobody will want what the other person has. Yeah, the yin and the yang, okay? And everything there is a positivity and a negativity. But in every reason, positive or negative, there is a human being in there, and within there is a creation, the earth, nature, the universe. So all of that is part of a content distribution platform. All of that is part of business. All of that is part of trade. Okay? All of that is part of life. Medicine, everything, all the services that we have is part of us as human beings. So let's not give up on ourselves and think that AI is more intelligent than us and this and that. This is a word of encouragement. It's not criticism. It's just for us to be encouraged that we have value in everything that we have around the world. All the culture that we have. Good and bad. Yeah, it's hard to say, huh? Good and bad. It's still important because it causes us to have a dialogue, to have a conversation. And when we have a conversation, we are humans. We actually are using our mouth, our brain, our body, we're talking. If you're European or African, you talk with your hands. And if you're American, you just talk like this. I'm messing with you. All right, I'm done. I hope you had a good time. I know we passed the hour, but I may edit some of that. I don't know. But anyway, the whole point is I was trying to show you that even by using OnlyFans, which has a bad reputation because of where it started, you have to consider that it served a purpose. You also have to consider that industry has led technology from the beginning. Okay, cinema magic. Well, okay, I said it before, right? Right after we did a movie about a horse running, the next thing that was done was nudie movies. So that industry has led the development of technology from the beginning of time. Yes, we are human beings, but we're driven by, you know what I mean. So, I guess it's in us, right? And it's okay. It's okay. I guess understand, it's okay. Little kids, they actually laugh about that stuff. Us adults, we gotta make a big deal out of it. Obviously, I don't want to look at that stuff. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I said. I'm just saying, when a little kid talks about the bees and stuff, and they're like, I already know what you're talking about. Okay, well, just making a point that it's all natural, and we have to de-escalate all the BS. We have to educate our children, make sure they're safe. That's very important. Safety. That's why I appreciate what OnlyFans is doing, because they are making that stuff safe. There's a lot of other sites and a lot of other businesses that do not do that, and they should really be the one that we down and go after, and hopefully, I hope we do. Thank you, all the agencies that are working on that. So, guys, thank you for your time. So, it's an experiment. We're gonna do it together. I would like you to challenge me with questions and help me make sure that we develop the THAOFI platform the right way. This is not an open source. I'm not going to say it's an open source project, but it is for humanity, and it will be done under some form of a foundation. So it won't be open source because I want it to go toward doing things good, but it will be shared. We will share some of our finding with other technology companies. So obviously there will be a portion that will be open source, but I don't believe that anything is open source anyway, because they tell you it's open source, but you end up paying for it one way or another. If you want something of quality, I'd rather be charged up front than be charged on the back end by somebody selling advertising and selling my data on the web. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. I promise to behave, but I'm behaving by telling you the truth. We need to look at our behavior really seriously and making it better, making our behavior better so we don't create problems, and after the fact we have to fix the problems. So in this case, we can make it together. I'm asking you to help me. If you have any questions, please contact me, Bruno at THAOFI.com, THAOFI.com, and on LinkedIn, Bruno Simonet. Look me up on LinkedIn. And if you want to check out my music, it's Anguille, Anguile. And, that's it. That's all I got to say for today. And I appreciate your time. I hope you have a good rest of the day. God bless. Namaste. Alhamdulillah. Peace.